Good morning, dear subscribers. Today we're gonna make some useful video. I'm gonna change the oil, and I'm gonna show you guys how to change the oil, what kind of tools, and it's gonna be useful video. That way you're not gonna search for tools, you will know what kind of tools you need. So really it's very easy. I lift it up very high because I'm gonna go through full inspection. But to change the oil you need that's gonna be, let's see, it's a Mitsubishi MiniCab. We got how many miles? 47, let's see, 48,000 miles. The oil's been changed on this truck, so I'm not gonna replace the filter. I'm gonna just drain the oil, but I will show the filter. So it's a 1998 Mitsubishi MiniCab, the VIN number 0512428. It's a 4x4 white MiniCab, yeah. So you need 17mm wrench, and we're gonna check the oil also. It's not that dirty, the oil is okay. It's gonna be hard to do with the two hands. So here's the dipstick, it's on the left side. And also one useful thing, the mini trucks doesn't have a, when you lift the seat up, they don't have a stopper. So I used to put belt around, but this thing, this is bar, it's adjustable bar. Probably any mop at your house have it, but you need short one, yeah. And that's very useful tool. You just stick it there and that's it. So let's see. Let's check the oil. Yep, oil is level, a little dark color, but it's still good oil. I'm gonna still drain it and replace it. And just to look at this engine, it looks like brand new. I cannot believe 48,000 miles. It look like brand new engine. Unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable. 1998. Okay, let's climb underneath. So on Mitsubishi MiniCab, the oil plug, drain plug, locates on the right side, right behind steering right wheel. So you need a 17 wrench. I already loosened it up, and if you look a little higher, here's your filter. And like I said, it's been replaced, and it's original filter. They got good quality filters. So also you can grease everything here, check, make sure everything is okay, the U-joints. I'm gonna do full inspection, but I'm not gonna make a video. See, that's all good here. Check the U-joints all the time, and I'm gonna drain the axle oils. So and then I'm gonna check the brakes, and I'll probably video it all, whatever I'm doing. And the grease I'm using for this is like shifter. You can put some lithium grease and just grease it in general everywhere. Yeah, you can do it at home. If you buy it here, we can do some small works. I don't have a mechanic yet, so I am the mechanic right now. Very good mechanic. I work on semi trucks for a very long time. I even replace engines. I don't want to do it again, never. Okay, let's do the oil drain. So I got shiny bucket, not the bucket, whatever you call it, I don't know. I'm Russian American hillbilly. So you just take it off, and right there, this is it. And always check your plug, make sure it's no shaving there. So this one is perfectly clean. Let me clean it up a little. And I need some kind of holder. It's a magnet there, and if you have problem with the engine, it will have some shaving. This one, nothing. Perfect. Okay, oil drains. After you took the plug off, I usually take dipstick a little out to let air in. That way it will drain faster. Also, I do it on all my equipment, all my semi trucks. After you drain the oil, you need to open the what do you call it, oil cap, and I usually put a little bit of oil to rinse it through, just you know, make sure if any dirt inside or anything, it will rinse through. That's I've been doing it all my life, yeah, like that. So to kind of rinse it, or whatever the word is, I usually put any oil. You know, most of us got some leftovers oil, and then you just put. You don't have to put a lot, but on this case I got just a little bit on this can. It's the leftovers, and then you go back and check if it start coming clean. You see, it's still dirty, so I mean it's good. I might put a little more to make sure it's coming out clean. I mean, you don't have to do that, but I do it. I do it all the time. So it's coming very clean now. Very clean. I'm gonna clean that drain hole. Then 17mm. Clean the plug. Put it back. Don't over tight it. Don't strip the bolt or whatever. Okay, so this engine used the 3 quarts, and I use mineral oil. Don't use synthetic oil for old engines, because synthetic, that's for new engines, brand new engines. Yeah, the mineral oil is good. It's a thicker for older engines. So, and you don't have to use a fancy oil, you can use any cheaper oil. And let's check the, so it's 3 quarts went in. That thing is dingling now like a no words. Why are you dingling? Let's see. I don't know if I can. It's just a perfectly clean oil. I fill it, which is not a problem. You just go back, drain a little, and it will make your oil super clean. So also is a timing belt here. It's been replaced. I need to translate that, and then after I'll translate it, I make another video. Next video I will make with a filter change. I will pick the truck where I can replace the filter, but today let's see. So I drained it a little more because 3 quarts a little too much, but you can drain it, and we're gonna check again, which nothing, you're not gonna see nothing probably. Let's see. Yeah, it's super clean. What's and that's another thing why I'm always, it's let's see. Oh, I need something to hold the camera. You see, when people does when you take it to the service somewhere, to the dealership, they don't rinse it, and then every time you right after you change the oil, you pull your dipstick, and it's usually like dark strips on it, on the clean oil mixed with the dark strip. And if you rinse it, just a little bit some leftovers oil, and it's become super clean. Yeah, you couldn't even see nothing there. So we changed the oil. Also this MiniCab got very nice feature, I don't know how to say it, but it's got power steering, and that's awesome for a little mini truck have a power steering. So while we're here, we can always check the power steering oil level, and it's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. It's hard to see on the camera, but it's perfect level. And also you can also check all the hoses, make sure they're not stiff. This looks like brand new. That one for the vacuum looks like it's still good, it's not stiff. This one, it's just a breezer, and it's kind of a little stiff, not too bad, which is another problem. It's just a breezer. Also you got your, let me clean my hands, you got spark plugs and everything. Man, they do very good, very tight, very, let's try. I pulled it off. You got your spark plugs there, all the way in that hole. So this truck doesn't misfire, it does good, so I'm not gonna replace the spark plugs. And that's a vacuum. Let's see what else we can check here on this side. I think that's it for now on this side. Well, since we're on this side, we're gonna check the coolant. Here is the coolant. Let's see how you popped it up. How you turn it and go up. The coolant is full. The level shows on the right side. It's hard to see from here, but it's there. It's yep, that's a level. For all the fluids, I always use different funnels. I usually put name, which funnel is that, and never use one funnel for everything. And also keep the funnels in some closed cabinet, especially for the oil, because dust will get in. I mean, it's just the best way to keep it in closed cabinet. I'm always cleaning it before I pour oil, but if you leave it in the garage, it's going to be a lot of dust on your funnel. And then coolant, I'm using that again, fancy stuff. My brother probably going to be pissed off. That's his, from his motorcycles. And you can just put any coolant. So we'll just put a little, simple. And that's it. And then also we have a how it works. Also we have a windshield wipers fluid here. During the summer I just add water, just the clean water. We got a bunch of leftovers from the party yesterday, so I'll just put that. And one more. This is it. I think we're done on this side. Yeah, now let's go to another side. The things is just to keep popping out. Here we've got the jack, and behind the seat up there you can see the crank. You just put it here, undo it, pull it out. So behind the seat, so on the seat it's a little leveler here, you push it and you've got your crank for your jack, tools for wheels, everything secured here on the back. Huh? Beautiful, huh? When I said use any coolant, use the green one. Whenever it's inside, usually it's a green coolant. The red one is for heavy duty equipment, like my semi trucks. So it's a green coolant, and I don't know where you live. If you live in Alaska, you probably need a very strong one. Okay, we are in the driver's side, and this thing is very handy. So always have it behind your seat there. You can always put it on the back, and it's all very handy to work, because that's a perfect holder for the seat. So we add coolant to the reservoir. Now we're gonna check the radiator. It's perfectly good, and let's maybe even clean it a little. Yeah, I always like to keep everything clean. Okay, shiny, huh? This truck like brand new truck. So also it's a air filter on this side, so you just take that clamp from here, and then you pop these locks, and right there is a filter. It looks good. I'm not gonna take it out, it's brand new. Probably been replaced recently. Man, on this truck it's everything been replaced. Everything been replaced. Even belts look very clean and good. But I'm gonna check them also. So also we've got the little bugger here. It's a little tiny, I think it's a fuel filter. I'm gonna make sure later. I'm gonna replace it. And I think we are done for today on this under the seats and the oil change. I'll probably make today's truck another video right now when I will start doing the wheels, checking the brakes. And no, always safety. If you work under the truck, make sure it's all secured. You got, I always keep my jack stands and the jack just in case. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys in another video. That's it.